Today I'm making a jhatpat chicken Punjabi Yakhni Pulao, and it is very delicious and easy to make. So let's start with our recipe. What we need for that is chicken. I have 3.5 pounds, 2 tablespoons of garlic, half a cup of pre-fried onions that I like to use. I have 1 cup of yogurt, and I'm using this masala. It's a Yakhni Pulao masala. So when you buy a pulao masala, make sure it says Yakhni Pulao masala, and I'll be using packet and a half. Plus I have 5 cups of rice. So I'm using long grain basmati Sela rice, SELA, and you can buy those at any Pakistani or Indian stores, and they are aged rice. You can never go wrong using Sela rice, especially for a new cook. The best quality for these rice, as I can describe, is they never get sticky and they don't break. So every time you use this, your rice dish will come out perfect. So I highly recommend using Sela rice, SELA. So you must try if you haven't used them. So I have soaked them for an hour in water, and you can see already they're pretty long grain, and they'll get much longer than this. Once we are done cooking, you'll see the difference between a regular basmati rice and Sela rice. Step 1 to making a pulao, I'm using half a cup of pre-fried onions, and I'm going to get them more brown than what they are right now. So if you don't have pre-fried onions, you can use a 1 medium-sized onion and brown it really well. I fried the onions in half cup of oil, and once they turn this color, we are going to take it out from the oil and put it on side. Putting it in a bowl, and I'll put these on the side, and I will let you know what we are going to do with this onions later on in our recipe. So now what we are going to do is add our garlic. I added 2 tablespoons of garlic, and we are going to brown this. It won't take long because since the oil is really hot and I'm browning it on high flame. There are many different ways people make Yakhni Pulao, but this is the easiest and the fastest way and the tastiest way that you can make the pulao. And you can never go wrong with this recipe. And I always try to come up with quick and easy recipes. So our garlic is already brown, and now I'm going to add my chicken and fry my chicken in this garlic. And I'm keeping the flame on high. There are many different ways people make Yakhni Pulao, but living in foreign country, like especially we are in USA, so I always come up with quick and easy recipes, since we do so much more than just staying at home, and we don't have that much time to be in front of the stove all day. And I always try to come up with very easy and simple recipes so people can enjoy authentic food and still have time to make them. So I hope you will like my recipe, and if you do, please do subscribe to my channel and give me thumbs up. And we're just going to go ahead and brown the chicken well, and the flame is still on high. I'm going to keep it that way. You will be really surprised how quick and easy this recipe is. And it's not just quick and easy, it will taste really good too. So I'm just going to leave this here for a couple minutes. The reason I brown the chicken is because it takes the smell out of a chicken, and it has no hummock in it. You know how the chicken has some kind of funny smell to it after even it's cooked. So this takes out that because I'm frying it in the garlic. And the other reason is that it's almost halfway my chicken is cooked while I'm frying it in the garlic. So this is almost done. So now what we are going to do is I'm adding 1.5 packet of masala because I have 5 cups of rice and I have a 3.5 pound of chicken. This is a lot of chicken and a lot of rice. But depending how much you are making, you can definitely use less of the masala. This masala has everything in it that you need, and I do not need to add anything, and I don't need to drain my yakhni. Yakhni is a soup that we're going to make out of this chicken before we put our rice in. So that's what is yakhni is. So that's why it's called Yakhni Pulao. So we're just going to brown this with the masala. And then I'm going to add 1 cup of yogurt to that. So the masala is already brown. We don't need to do much. So chicken, it took me good 5 to 7 minutes to brown it. So make sure you cook the chicken for at least 7 minutes. So now we're going to add the yogurt in this. 1 cup of yogurt. And we'll mix it well. Going to cook it for 5 minutes in yogurt. And I'm still cooking on high flame. While chicken is cooking on high flame, I am going to blend this in a blender with 1/2 cup of water. This is the onions that we fried. So I cooked the chicken for 5 minutes on high flame with the yogurt. Now we are going to add the onions that we blended. And the reason we did this, we made them brown and then we added this to our mixture because it gives a very nice brown color to the rice. I put the flame on low heat, and my next step is I'm going to take all the chicken out of this gravy and we'll put it in a bowl like I'm doing right here. So I took all my chicken out of the gravy and we'll put this on the side for now. I added 4 cups of water in here. I have 5 cups of rice and I added 4 cups of water, and we are going to boil this on high flame. And once it's boiled, then we are going to add the rice to this. I just covered my yakhni or my soup so it will boil faster before we add the rice. Please subscribe to my channel and click on bell icon for notifications. Once it starts boiling, take the excess water out of the soaked rice and add it to this yakhni. And mix it. And now we are going to cover it until it comes to a boil again. This on high flame, and you can see how beautiful the rice are coming along. And we are going to continue cooking for a couple minutes until the water is halfway dried. At this point, you can see how the rice are, and they are still kind of hard, and we want it this way because we are going to put it in oven. I'm going to put this in 300 degrees preheated oven, And if you are not going to use oven, or if you don't have an oven, what you can do is just keep it like this and add your chicken on top of that and cover it for half hour on a very low heat, and your rice will be done after that. So I am going to add my chicken to this, and I'm just going to leave it on top, just like that. And I will take this pot and put it in oven. And now you can see this is halfway right here. Once it's fully cooked, it's going to fill up the entire pot. So we're just going to mix it a little bit like that. So our chicken is right there. The pot that I have is oven proof because it doesn't have any plastic handles. That's why I'm putting directly into the oven. But you can use a foil tray, or you can use a baking tray if you don't have a pot like this. Make sure they do not have a plastic handles, otherwise they will melt in the oven. My stove is off and I'm covering this with the foil. I'm not using this cover because it does have a plastic top and it might melt in the oven. So I'm just going to cover it with foil. And make sure it's sealed completely from the sides. It's kind of hot. I'm trying to touch it, but you just want to make sure that it is sealed. No steam is coming out of it. So see, it's completely sealed. You can see that there will be no steam coming out of it. And I'm going to take this and put it in oven for 30 minutes and our rice will be done. If you're cooking on the stove, you can leave it as is, and you can also put your cover on top of this to make sure the steam is not going to leak out of this pot, and make it on very, very low heat. But I'm removing the cover since I'm putting it in the oven. I have this in the middle rack of my oven, as you can see, and now I'm going to close the oven and leave it for 30 minutes. Here is our pulao out of the oven, and as you can see how beautiful this is looking. And I'm just going to mix it, put it upside down, and the rice are well done. Look at the rice, they're just beautifully done. And now I'm going to dish it out. We made a paste out of the onion that we used. That's why my rice color is this. If you don't use that, your rice will be white. So that is very important because pulao is supposed to be this color. I will serve this with raita and kachumar. These are optional, but I will have the link on top for both of these recipes. Please subscribe to my channel and click on bell icon for notifications.